Earth was not born blue, it was not born green, and it was never peaceful. There was a time when Earth was so hot that its entire surface was molten, a global ocean of fire stretching thousands of kilometers deep. No solid ground, no sky as we know it, just liquid rock glowing red and orange, slowly churning beneath a suffocating atmosphere. This was Earth's magma ocean era, and without it, our planet would never have become habitable. But how does an entire planet melt? The answer lies in violence. As Earth grew from a swarm of colliding planetesimals into a protoplanet, it absorbed unimaginable amounts of energy. Every impact, especially the largest ones, released heat equivalent to millions of nuclear explosions. These collisions did not simply add mass, they liquefied rock. At the same time, gravity itself was working against Earth. As material piled on, the planet compressed under its own weight. That compression converted gravitational energy directly into heat, warming Earth from the inside out. And buried within the rock were radioactive elements, uranium, thorium, potassium, slowly decaying, releasing heat like tiny furnaces scattered throughout the planet. Together, impacts, compression, and radioactive decay pushed Earth past a critical threshold. The surface melted, then the interior melted. Eventually, Earth became a world-sized ocean of magma. This was not a shallow lava sea like those seen on volcanic islands today. Earth's magma ocean may have been hundreds, possibly over 1,000 kilometers deep. The surface glowed like a furnace, radiating heat into space. Any solid crust that tried to form was quickly destroyed, sinking back into the molten interior. If you had stood on early Earth, if standing were even possible, you would not have seen continents or oceans. You would have seen waves of liquid rock erupting and collapsing endlessly under a thick atmosphere filled with vaporized rock and toxic gases. But this hellscape was not meaningless chaos. It was the most important phase in Earth's entire history. Because while Earth was molten, something extraordinary happened. The planet began to separate itself. Inside the magma ocean, materials were no longer locked in place. Everything could move. And when everything can move, gravity begins to organize matter by weight. Heavy elements sank, light elements rose. Iron, one of the heaviest and most abundant elements in Earth, began sinking toward the center. Not slowly, but catastrophically. Entire rivers of molten iron poured downward through the magma ocean, merging into an ever-growing metallic core. This process is called planetary differentiation, and it transformed Earth forever. As iron sank, it carried with it other dense elements, forming Earth's core. Above it, lighter silicate minerals remained behind, becoming the mantle, and at the very top, the lightest materials eventually formed the earliest crust. Earth became layered. This was not guaranteed. If Earth had cooled too quickly, differentiation might have stalled. If it had never fully melted, the planet might have remained chemically mixed, without a core, without a magnetic field, without long-term stability. But Earth melted just enough, and because of that, it gained something invisible but essential, a magnetic shield. As Earth cooled, its iron core did not solidify all at once. Instead, it remained partially molten and began to move. Heat escaped from the core into the mantle, creating convection currents, slow, churning flows of liquid metal deep inside the planet. Those moving electrical charges generated a magnetic field. Earth's magnetic field began as a fragile, unstable force, but it grew stronger as the core evolved, and over time it formed a protective bubble around the planet, deflecting harmful solar radiation and preventing the atmosphere from being stripped away by the sun. Without the magma ocean, Earth would not have differentiated. Without differentiation, there would be no core. Without a core, no magnetic field. And without a magnetic field, Earth might have ended up like Mars, its atmosphere slowly ripped away, its surface sterilized by radiation. The fires of Earth's early history did not destroy the planet, they saved it. As millions of years passed, Earth slowly began to cool. The magma ocean did not disappear overnight. It crystallized from the bottom upward as pressure allowed minerals to solidify deep inside first. These solid crystals sank or floated depending on their density, further shaping Earth's internal structure. Eventually, the surface cooled enough for a thin crust to form, only to be shattered repeatedly by impacts and volcanic eruptions. Earth was still unstable, still dangerous, still glowing from within. But it was no longer entirely molten. The era of total fire was ending. What remained was a planet with a metal heart, a rocky mantle, and the potential for something unprecedented, a stable surface. Everything that followed, plate tectonics, oceans, atmosphere, and life itself, was made possible by this molten beginning. The magma ocean was not just a face, it was Earth's forge. A forge that shaped the planet's interior, protected its atmosphere, and set the stage for habitability. Earth had survived its own melting. And in the next chapter of this story, that cooling planet will face an even greater challenge, one so violent that it will tear part of Earth away and give birth to the moon. A collision that will change Earth forever, and once again, fire will decide the fate of our world. Please subscribe to this channel for more interesting videos.